Names like Zagnuts, Slow Pokes, and Chuckles bring back some sweet memories. Chances are you're a child of the 60s, and chances are you haven't seen any of those candies for a couple of decades now. George Schauer, founder of Groovy Candy, wants to change all that. George, how you doing?
Oh, just fantastic.
Groovy Candy's relatively new, isn't it?
The name is new, but the candy isn't new.
Yeah. How and why did you start this thing?
Well, it was all really a miracle. My van broke down in the spring of 1998. I was towed to a small gas station in the little town of Fairview, Pennsylvania, where I discovered a bag of Indian brand pumpkin seeds. I hadn't seen these in over 35 years. So I started eating them, and the light bulb went off.
Wait a second. You hadn't seen them in 35 years. How old are you, George?
I'm 47. I hadn't seen them since I was just a little kid. So I said to myself, I wonder if they make any of the other older candies that I really love. So I started researching and ended up putting together a collection.
How difficult was it to find all the candies of your youth?
It was pretty difficult, but I was very fortunate in Cleveland, Ohio to find most of the candies and put them together. And then people started writing and calling and saying, I want this candy, I want that candy. Candies that I hadn't even heard of. It just struck a nerve in people.
Are they still making all this stuff?
Yes, a lot of it's being made by smaller companies, but people can find it. But as far as I know, this is the very first collection in one box.
So in other words, they can still find the stuff.
Right.
You're just gathering it up and making sure everybody has some goodies.
Right. It's a fountain of youth in a box. If Ponce de Leon would have had one of these, he'd have stopped this search.
What do I get in a box? I mean, is this a typical box?
This is a typical box. You get over 45 different kinds of candy. When you open it up, first you see it, and it just amazes people. Then they smell it. For instance, Bazooka Joe Gum. Smell it. It smells like baseball cards.
Still the worst cartoons on the planet.
Right. The cartoons are still in there. And then when you just taste it, it just brings you back to when you were young.
So you're really selling nostalgia. You're not selling candy.
Right. This is baby boomer paradise. If you're over 35 years old and you live this, I mean, you're going crazy. And then if you have children of your own, you can teach them. You can sit them down. It's interactive nostalgia.
Yeah, you can look stupid. You can go back to, we used to have these things.
Right. They only came out at Halloween, but now they can get them year-round.
The wax things you used to carry around the whole time.
And the delicious little wax bottles. The nickel nips.
Now, people who aren't old enough don't remember. You used to bite the top off these things.
Right, bite the top off.
And then go ahead and drink.
A drink, but there it is. It's delicious. It's delicious.
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. Now, how come I don't see any Lick-O-Maid here?
Lick-O-Maid is here in the bottom of the bag, but the one that people scream the most for...
Fizzies!
Fizzies. Pop one in.
Now, for those who are very young, let us explain what a fizzy is. You used to buy the tablets like this. Put your hand on the bottom there, George, so they can see.
Okay.
Right. It's called television.
There we go.
There we go. Pop that
Pop it.
baby
That's
in there.
cherry. That's chugging cherry right there. Take a taste. A toast to the new millennium right
thanks
here.
so very much.
Happy
How come
holidays.
I'm tasting all this stuff and you're not?
Go ahead, because look at me. I'm eating all the profits.
Well, now, also, remember the one we used to slam? What was it called? A Bonamo?
Bonamo was bought out by Tootsie Roll and discontinued. This is French Chew, which is the closest thing on earth.
Show them how you use it. Go ahead. Show them how you use it.
You freeze it, and then you slam it down, and it breaks into millions of little pieces, and you eat it.
Yeah, and there were dots. Right?
The shoe button candy, you can't eat it without eating the paper.
Hang on, we got to show it this way, George.
Right.
Hang on, here we go. Like that. What's your favorite?
My favorite of all time has to be the Jujubes. I was paddled in 8th grade mechanical drawing class for eating these. The teacher said no Jujubes, and I'd tuck them in the back of my mouth. One box would last the whole day in school. But it would rip your cavities out.
There are any candies, will rip your cavities out. How about these? These used to go by the name of Bullseyes.
Right.
There's nothing good about these things for you.
Oh, these are delicious. They're so fresh. The whole collection is fresh. I get this candy in small quantities so people can
You don't really
enjoy
want me to eat one of these things
sure,
now,
those
do you?
are
No.
delicious.
I'll
those
save them
are
for
great.
Julie. In fact, let me check out. The bad thing now is when these things were first sold, the caloric content wasn't on these puppies.
Right.
Now they all are.
Right. See, when you were young, you didn't worry whether it caused cavities or put weight on you. You just ate it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the candy cigarettes. No one said, hey, that's bad for you. It's smoking.
Yeah. Now it's not only bad for you, but it looks like you've been doing a bad thing. Real quick,
right.
How much is a box?
A box is $24.95. They just have to call 888-SAY-1960. That's the number.
That was a commercial. You realize that. Have you given a box to your dentist?
No, I haven't, but it is available for Christmas. It's probably one of the greatest all-occasion gifts you can possibly give to someone.
George, thanks so very much.
Thank you very much.
Right,
and in closing,
Merry Christmas.
This is going to solve world peace right here in this box.
We're going to go on outside. Mark McEwen's in charge of world peace. Mark.